Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nerds with Dice. Sorry about the delay, but we are here raising more money for Fair Fight with more masks, new Athenians. Oh, thank you, Death.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead,
You're
take it
modding
away.
me.
Yeah, taking it away.
Takes over.
Yeah, your mod. Okay, your brain mod. Which is good. So, hello everybody. Welcome back.
Hi, Game Boss.
Hi. We are raising money for Fair Fight, a campaign for an initiative for voting rights, which I believe strongly in, and you can donate. Also, we are now partnered with Grinding Company Coffee, a Black and LGBTQ plus owned business, and there's a link you can use with them to get 10% off in our chat, which I forgot to mention earlier, but it's awesome that that has happened. Yeah, and we will be continuing to raise money for Fair Fight. There's this game, the finale of New Athenians, and then the grand finale, which will have some fun things happening in it. So, at
No
the end
stress.
of at
No
the
stress.
no stress, it's all good. At the end of last episode of New Athenians, the group had taken over the Citadel ship that was being used by the Greven to control much of this territory, but they did not find the Poison Prince there. After Image had an encounter with Lady Quantum, her mother, but Lady Quantum left before too much more could be done. Adonis got a knuckle sandwich from After Image, and Kuvo has taken over the Abraxius of most of the beings, or the lesser Abraxians, in the city.
Good job on conquering Earth.
Well,
Hey.
just one little territory.
Just one territory. It's fine.
All right. And Flux had revealed to Ares that she is a space pirate queen's daughter. And Ares stopped caring so much about what Master Lo had to say. All right. You find yourselves in the park a bit after Roublemaker's there. Magica comes down from where she was hiding out while maintaining the weather, but the weather has started to get nice. It's been a little bit of time as Kuvo needed to handle a lot of tasks all of the sudden. Being, I'm in charge now, I guess.
More
got
or
top
less.
dog.
And as that happens, there's a bit of time before you can go on to what you need to do next and take out the Metropian. It's a moment or two. It takes a little bit for them to get here, but the team of Moxie, Gunfighter, and Lookout show up with Flashfire and the freshly freed Washout, who are
Saw them
there.
in concert. They could wail.
Yeah, freshly freed Washout. The Moxie walks up to After Image and says, "Well, seems like y'all kind of did it."
Yes, we did. Can we talk over there for a moment?
Oh yeah, Lookout. Go. And Lookout just runs off to do something.
So I did some big things today. I faced down my mother.
Oh, damn.
Punched out Adonis, and I'm kind of feeling like I can do anything. And I just wanted to ask you, would you be interested in hanging out with me sometime?
Yeah, you like want to do on a patrol or something, or?
I was thinking more like a date.
Oh, she gets a little red in the face, and is like, I mean, I guess my schedule's shot to hell, but I don't know when I'll be free. I mean, in like tonight's no good probably for you, I can imagine. Uh, uh, you can see you're kind of floundering, but you are getting a bit of a yes.
I mean, it can wait till this is all over. I just.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds nice. Oh, yes, that sounds fun. I didn't tell you yes. Yes.
Okay, here, I'll give you my number real quick so we can, talk.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and if you ever need any strategy advice, I'm good for that too, but you don't have to call, unless you want to.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
She gets your number and puts her number in your phone. But she looks a little blushed, and you can tell her ears got a little red at the top of them. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see to a thing. Wash out's been through some stuff and needs a talking down."
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, I like that. Kuvo, you're out there coordinating things. Lookout comes up to you and is like, "Hey, good job. I see what you did.
Thank you.
Your hat looks weird, but I like it."
I will
For those who
assume
weren't
that
there
eventually.
before, it's an Abraxian made of crystal.
Not my first original, not my best design, but it will be efficient for the need.
Well, you make them on the fly, I guess. But still, cool.
It was very rudimentary of design, but after the last few moments, I have ascertained that there will probably be more efficient styles that would be less cumbersome. Also
Need-
aesthetically more pleasing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe don't make it look like a crab hat.
I think I
You
can
really could put some lenses on it and turn it into a really cool set of goggles. I'll mark up some prototypes for you, just for the aesthetic. I don't know how you did the rest of it, but I can just I'll send you a design document.
I appreciate it. And I see you've also done a little retrofit as well.
Yeah, I found one of the Xenos, which people say aliens, but I'm just gonna call them Xenos because they're from elsewhere. I guess if we go into space, that might be rude, but I haven't overthought it. I'm not overthinking it right now. But
It's fine. I'm an alien.
Yeah, but you don't speak for all aliens, but I appreciate it. Had like kind of a goggle visor thing, and I was going with 2 lenses. But if I integrate into a single lens, I can reduce the camera necessities for the outputs on the overlay.
That would be much more efficient.
I could probably drop about 2 ounces off of this thing.
I appreciate the thought of that.
And the 2 of you talk specs for things for a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ares. Magica is next to you. She goes, "Hey, so
there is that training to suppress the jump, but it's still, like, yeah. Hi. How'd it go?
There was fog.
There was, in fact. It was pretty awesome.
Also, I got to watch someone punch Adonis in the face, so that was nice.
Oh, it well earned, and yeah.
I'm so glad Troublemaker didn't take him out. He just would never have shut up about it, I bet.
Fair, but
he's fine. He's whatever. Anyway, you.
Yeah. We may have more to do. but yeah. No, you're okay though. That's
Oh,
Yeah.
that was never in question. But I'm glad
Okay.
you're okay too.
yeah.
Am I playing this character?
I always question that, but it keeps me sharp. But yeah. I'm gonna be hungry after this. Are you gonna be hungry after this?
At some point in the future, I will require sustenance. Yes.
Okay. Then we can find food.
Welcome to the magical equivalent of Kubo.
That's
I'm-
she knows what he's asking.
He's fucking with him
Yeah.
Yes.
because he's awkward and doesn't know what he's doing,
Yeah.
She enjoys
and
that.
that's fun.
Yes.
Do you have particular? I mean, I can start thinking about like where.
I know, please.
Okay. No allergies.
Oh yeah, I probably should care about that. Yes. Sure.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, thanks to Chinku, I can, honestly eat bricks if I had to. But
Yeah, let's not do that. That sounds like that would suck. That's not been part of my
They're
training,
not-
but okay.
they're not great.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Roll to take
Need
a
to roll the-
full emotional blow. I'm kidding. She goes, listen,
I mean, you can. You can.
I'll call you.
I will
If
make
once
sure
you-
my phone is intact.
But only if you ask me a direct, clear question.
All right. Would you like to go out
Absolutely.
with me?
Yes, I know.
specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
Stop it. You're good. You did it. Good work, bud.
Just. I've
It's cute to watch you flounder.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I just.
Listen, you've got more to do. I have to go put some, let's say, figurative demons back in bottles. So I'm gonna get on that.
Yes, figurative. I'm going with that answer. If anyone asks.
If anyone asks, no, I'm not gonna say that out loud. Okay.
No one's gonna ask me those questions, so don't worry about it. Thanks for your help and everything else and the other.
I'll call you.
stuff. I look forward to that. That's good. One more thing before you go. Kiss her.
All right, you do so, and she kisses you back.
Oh, gotta go. Bye.
All right. Do you have any conditions that this conversation would clear? I forget how you clear conditions, but
No, but I might take hopeless. I don't know.
so much.
She's.
The short version is that the way. Do you have any conditions marked presently?
I do not have any conditions marked,
Oh, there you go.
but would this be an opportunity to move mundane up? Or would I mean, I don't know if I really want to.
No,
move
because
late.
your date with
Yeah.
her will not be mundane. All right.
Hey! All right, well then superior.
Because never mind. It's not. Whatever.
Foreshadowing.
Hey! That's all good.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be we're gonna go to the dimension of shrimp or something. I don't know.
Awful.
Not,
No,
not gonna
but
lie.
anyway.
Not gonna lie. Not my most favorite dimension.
No,
Yeah, it's not. Doesn't crack the top 10. Gotta be honest.
No, that would be
Dimension
the
of-
dimension of crabs where you crack the anyway.
Dimension of fudge.
I do not want to go
Look,
on a date and end
look-
up in the dimension of crabs. Thanks.
Not gonna lie though, evolution already has us going to crabs, so I
Yeah,
don't
that's-
see
that's-
how
that's-
it could be any better.
Anyway.
Sweet Christ.
Kuvo and Flux have that conversation in the background. Where do you think they'll go to dinner? The dimension of crabs. But
Hey,
but
now, there's a med bay at the base.
Flux, you see that Izzy has come out to see what's happening. T Zimmerman, who is known as Busy Izzy as a radio personality, who is also in your high school art class,
Yeah, I
and
also-
you made out with.
Yeah,
At least,
I fly
at
over and
least,
tackle
yeah.
hugger.
Yeah.
Boom.
She's there looking awkward, just like looking around. It's the soldiers that are now just like sitting
Mm-hmm.
because they're just waiting for their orders. Because clearly that one's in charge now and has told us to sit down.
Yeah.
So that's
Effectively.
what we're gonna do. I mean, until someone else changes the next command, we're just gonna not risk the wrath of the powerful being that told us what to do.
Yeah. No, I fly into her for to hug her.
Do you
and-
pick her up off the ground and fly?
Well, not like high, but
Yeah.
in place to do a little spin. Absolutely.
She squeals with a little bit of panic, a little bit of fun.
Perfect.
As you do so.
And when I set her back down, I kind of like hold her back out at arm's length, like holding onto her shoulders. We kind of saved Earth. Well, we're gonna save Earth. We saved part of Earth.
Yeah, it's so weird to see like all the checkpoints being disassembled by these people.
Yeah,
Like they were the ones that were enforcing them before, but now they're like
that's Kubo's
chill
fault.
about it.
Hi, Kubo. Nice brain. He's got a great brain. I think he used a robot inside of his brain in order to make it happen. He's so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
Oh,
gotta go. Oh, yeah. No, you
No.
go first.
I-
Yeah. What?
Just it's
Yeah.
You're
Hmm?
doing cool things.
Yeah. We're pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
superheroes.
You know, like yeah,
Mm-hmm. You trying to?
I don't know why
You
I'm
know?
I don't so what are you doing next?
Oh, so okay. Well, the next thing we need to go do is go take care of the poison prince because he's still got one of those crab things on his noggin. So we're gonna go in there and beat the crap out of him. A reminder that, like, as I do that, the big weird flag thing is still kind of tied to my wrist.
She's like, what the hell's that?
Oh, okay. Wow. I guess it's confession time, right? So, hey, I'm a space pirate, and that's, I know, sounds pretty cool. Actually, it's pretty messed up. My mom's kind of evil, but I'm not.
No,
I hope that's okay. Can we still kiss, or is that an okay thing?
I mean, you wouldn't be the first person I've dated with an evil mom.
Sick. Kiss.
But you basically like crash into the bushes. Leaves go flying up. She is like, I this is a lot.
This is a lot. Am I moving too fast? I know humans sometimes they like to move much slower.
I don't know.
Right. No, totally. You
Uh,
meant like after the invasion, didn't you? I completely wow. Okay.
I mean, maybe? Yes, that's what I meant.
Hey, do you want to go to space sometime?
No.
No, you don't want to go to space sometime. Okay, that's cool.
I mean,
That's
maybe? Is it cool? It, like, I don't
you ever seen a
I-
planet with 2 suns and 3 moons?
on TV.
Want to see it in real life sometime?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, you think
how long would that? Does that take years? Like,
well,
cause
kind of-
I'm gonna go to college.
No, yeah, no, totally. That's the Earth school for people who went to school. I remember now. Humans like to learn things.
Yeah, I mean,
Man, you guys like to learn things super bad. No. It's I need to. I think I've got a way to get some more fuel for my ship, and once the FTL system on it is online, No, it's whoop, just kind of blip through space, lickety splickety doo, fly up to another planet. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm trying to impress you because the only way I know how to impress people is to kill them and take their things. And
I mean, anyone can do
that's-
that.
sure, right? But like that's really mean. And that, yeah, that they've been really after me to stop taking things that aren't mine around here, which I guess makes some amount of sense. But the point is that I'm trying to be a better person than this. So anyway, take your time, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
We're gonna do the big hero thing now, and I don't think we're gonna die, so I'll probably see you again, which would be great. I really like seeing you and kissing you. Those are like two of my favorite things, and I want to spend more time with you. And I think you're pretty great. So,
Yeah.
feel free to use the ship for whatever. It should open up for you, or whatever. If there's any crap on the floor, just push it around.
Okay. I'm not gonna. But thank you.
Okay, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will definitely call you.
Coffee. We'll do coffee first. I just realized.
I don't know that
planet
you
was
need
probably
more
a lot.
coffee.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, no, we'll do that. Yeah.
Great. Then it's a date. It's another date.
Yeah.
We'll
do-
have a date and make out like humans do. Human teenagers have make out dates with coffee. I think.
like you're making out with the coffee, I guess. But the...
Yeah, usually with each other, but coffee is there.
I just know what I've learned from movies and comic books and movies based on comic books. So I'm trying here, Aries. Human courting rituals are very confusing.
Also, butt out, dude.
So many fingers. Anyway.
When you do that so many fingers thing, she turns a little red. And she's like, all right, and gives you a kiss on the cheek. And is like, I'll call you.
Please
And then-
do.
Then gets on
I very
her,
much look forward to being called.
and then gets on her jet black or her matte black crayon spray paint Vespa
Oh my god.
and puts on her helmet and drives off.
Nice.
I'm gonna marry that girl. I think.
That would have been the scariest thing she could have heard. Anyway,
That-
she didn't hear that. She had already driven off.
That's one of the 3 common choices.
That's the thing where you wear dresses, right? Have a big party? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Also, prom is one of those things with dresses and parties.
Homecoming's
Prom's what
coming
I'm
up.
thinking of.
Homecoming
I
is
was
actually in like a week.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
was thinking of
Homecoming is
prom.
coming up real fast too, and like that's
Oh.
also where you put on dresses and have a party.
Mhm.
Thinking coming up real fast. Hi, Afterimage. Hey, we should go beat up your. Oh wait, do we not know? Never mind. Beat up that guy.
Well,
The prince.
Ares and Ming know now, and Kovu know now. So
Mhm.
That's right. You guys all know. Yeah, we should go beat up your shitty uncle. That guy sucks.
yeah,
This is great. You're related to someone evil. I'm related to someone evil. Ares works for someone evil. Pretty sure Kuvo's got an evil robot in his head.
I mean,
Group hug.
may as well be.
Technically, evil is subjective.
He's
The only one
essentially
we
a
subjected to is a group
stepdad.
hug before we go.
Okay. If it's shapeshifter, I don't think there's any way we avoid a group hug.
Come on. Bring it in. Bring it in. Yes. I love you guys. We're superheroes now. Yeah. All right. Let's go kick his butt.
Although, how much coverage does that? How far does that reach?
Currently, I have access to most of the lower ranked Abraxians within the city limits.
Oh, so the rest of the world is still.
Yes,
we might want to get on this then.
In order for me to have access to that, I would need to have entry through a Metropian Abraxas, and I would also need to have access to a larger satellite network.
No, not any shade on you. I'm just saying that we may have saved this part, but there's the whole rest of the world that is still kind of not having a good time. Maybe we can go fix that instead of maybe not celebrate too soon. Let's.
No,
I
it
don't know,
is.
I've got some adrenaline now. We've saved the city. Let's get the country, and then maybe part of the world. I don't know. Just more.
That would be
Yeah,
the most
more.
logical. That would
More
be
saving.
the most.
More
That would
saving.
be the most logical path. I have already considered those options.
More saving. More saving.
Kid,
okay, we're not
Lookout
Best
starts
Buy.
chanting it too.
Yeah.
I grabbed Thar's
Take
hand.
influence over Lookout.
What
Flux.
a saving.
Fuck yes. I have influence over Explodio T, Lookout, and the Jason Momoa alien. This is great.
It's great times.
The Jason Momoa alien is still there, by the way.
Yeah, still totally there.
Okay. So Rumblemaker, you
Roublemaker flicks his hair back. Goes,
you said you know where the Poison Prince is hiding?
yeah, I'm a bit spent. I can get y'all there, but I don't know how much use will be once we get there.
Okay, that's
That's
more than
more
enough.
than fine. You've done
That
more
is
than enough.
that is
Adonis
more than
hits like a
efficient.
fucking truck. Oh.
Have you considered the fact that he has a very thick skull?
Yeah, yeah. So he doesn't notice when you hit him in it.
Well, there's a lot of other byproducts of the thick skull. Yeah.
Is that
Anyway.
the thing where, like, if you have big feet?
That's not true.
No.
I don't even know what it is. People just keep saying it.
Don't
If
worry
you
about
have-
it.
If
I'm
you
not
have
gonna
big
explain it to
feet,
you.
if you have big
There is
feet,
no
you
there
have
is no
to buy
scientific
big shoes.
correlation to justify it.
Big shoes. Anyway, let's go.
Old.
Shoes. Humans are weird.
All right. Roublemaker starts walking towards the edge of town,
Hmm.
and then goes down into a subway stop. And it says, "All right, this is one of my favorite tricks. This makes it so much easier, especially since the subways are mostly stopped." And builds a ramp, builds a little floating platform,
Hmm.
and places it on a subway car, or on like
Nice.
one of those pushcart things. Knocks the pushcart thing off, and just puts this down so he's got the wheels.
Hmm.
He's like, "All right, don't fall off. I go decently fast on this thing.
Noted.
Noted.
You can fly,
Noted.
right? Cool. So you won't fall off.
Yeah, I hover.
Don't fly too high though, because it gets about 9 feet clearance at the most. Some places.
I hover slightly lower.
Thank you.
At,
All right.
at speed, the signs come at you. Yeah.
He closes his eyes, and the thing takes off like like a bull. It's a bit of a kick, and then just your whoosh going right along with, just smoothly. The wheels are spinning under you as you see lights pass by. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. As you come to a part of the subway, he throws a rock ahead, and it hits a switch. And he goes off the tracks into a part of the subway that is not used. Kuva would know that this part of the subway has been decommissioned years ago because it's unstable. It was way older. It used to be an ancient one that they were planning but never ended up using. There's kind of a subway. As you go through this, you see what looks to be like old Art Nouveau decorations for a subway station, but no lights on. And then he's like, "All right, we're gonna stop." Pulls to a stop, kind of like, and then lets it roll until it rolls just right into the middle of a subway platform. That looks like it hasn't been used in was designed 75 years ago. All right, this is the first part. Next part is what's actually hard. Puts his hands into one of the walls, which are tile, moves all the tile and the dirt away, and then creates a circular tunnel that just goes down into the side. It's about 10 minutes of walking until you come into an area which is a large underground cavern. And in the middle of that underground cavern is a big dome. It's like someone dropped Biodome in the middle of this cavern.
Mm.
That's the greenhouse. That's where he's been.
Is there any security features that we should be aware of?
The only way in and or out, well, one of the main ways in or out is about 3 inches wide. The other way is to teleport in, or, make a hole.
I see.
3
It's-
inches wide.
Yeah, it turns into gas.
Well, no, I get that.
Regarding the contents of this greenhouse, are there anything we should be aware of?
The plants are all poisonous. Don't eat anything in there.
Oh,
Pulls out an energy bomb and starts eating it. Probably has those red-hatted guards with him. I think he teleports them in or something. I don't know. Maybe he can make them 3 inches big.
Noted.
Yeah, Ares will reach into a pouch and get a respirator out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea, probably.
Yep. The Kuvo's power armor helmet goes over his face, and the visors, and basically, I think Kuvo's gonna have Ashura do a technical readout of the biodome, the greenhouse.
The construction is an older style. This thing's been here for at least 30 years. It's most likely was found instead of put here by the Poison Prince.
Mm-hmm.
But it is active with full environmental systems, some pieces that look like scrapped alien technology from a downed spaceship that went missing. You have an article of when they went missing. They were stolen out, and everyone was waiting for them to show up in some kind of weapon, but it never happened because they were put down here as environmental control. You can feel that, or Ashura can see that there are plants inside just through a visual scan. And that there is some water running through here as well. Goes into a small pool outside the greenhouse, and then there's a stream that runs into and then back out of the biodome. There is also a large half circle coming out of the greenhouse and turning with an entryway. There is so Kuvo, go ahead and extend your senses and see if you can get any more info about what's inside the biodome.
That's fine and dandy.
I'd like to be mindful of my surrounding as well.
All right, let's handle Kuvo's first, and we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I rolled a 7.
7. So, this is temporary or unstable. You know that there are at least 5 beings with heat signatures inside the dome.
Well, the Poison Prince is not alone inside there. I detect at least 5 heat signatures.
One of which
There's-
seems to keep dissipating and then coming together. You can kind of guess that one's the Poison Prince.
And there's a rotating doorway that might be accessible, and also there seems to be a waterway that gets pulled into the dome itself that could be a potential entry point.
Ares, you were going to do a thing. Was that just an assess?
Yeah, being mindful is, well, it's the protege version of that, yeah.
I think your sound changed dramatically in the last 5 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
I'm,
you-
Yeah.
I'm wearing a respirator.
Oh, okay. You did that intentionally. All right.
Oh.
Okay, I understand. I was
Thought
Yeah,
my
it sounded
speaker was
like
going.
like one mic cut out and someone else. When your webcam mic starts acting like it's your real mic. Anyway, so go ahead and assess.
All right. That's a 10.
Okay. So you get to ask a bunch of questions. What, 3? 3 questions.
What here can I use to disable the prince's security measures?
Disabling the security measures is mostly going to be taking out the cameras that you see on the side. It's not something that's going to be too difficult for the group of you once you spot them, and with Kuvo's spotting of things, the two of you have noticed the security cameras and can take them out. It doesn't seem like there's any laser trip wires. It doesn't seem like there's any huge security things here because, well, it's incredibly hard to get down here is one of the
Right.
best security measures you can have. Yeah.
Yeah, the defense is not. No one knows where he's at. So
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. There's one.
Mhm.
Who here is most vulnerable to me?
To what you can do, the Poison Prince has some good counters. You will have a better shot taking out the elite guards, which are unlikely to be able to turn into mist. So you should probably go for the
This is-
guards. They're more vulnerable to you than the Poison Prince.
Okay. And then how best could we end this quickly? Shock
mean-
and awe?
Shock and awe might not do it. Stealth and cunning.
Excellent.
If blowing a hole in this thing will only let them all know you're here, and you'll have to fight them all at once.
Okay.
The best way to end this quickly is to isolate the elites, remove them from the table, and then handle the Poison Prince.
Okay.
Guys, okay, here's a thought. There are cameras, and we don't want them to know we're coming. But I think somebody here could probably get all of them before they even know what's happening. If she were to move, faster than they can track.
You
And-
also, but do remember the elites are more than just
Oh yeah,
regular soldiers.
we need to go almost at the same time. That's why I think we need to coordinate. To get in, there's a door, but there's also that 3-inch opening. Am I understanding that right?
Yeah, there's also a small 3-inch opening into the biodome as well.
Flux.
I could become a noodle.
I was gonna say you can do that, can't you? That's
yeah.
awesome. And open the door from the inside. That'd be great. I think we ideally. Let's kind of take care of everybody else and then deal with the prince.
I agree.
I mean, if we take out the guy, let's get the team, his team, out of the way, and then because if we have to take them on all together, that's too much like a fair fight. Master Lowe would be very disappointed in me if I went into a fair fight.
So would my mom.
I agree with the assessment, though. Removing any obstacles would be much more beneficial to our expedient resolution.
Right.
Flux, I know that this isn't one. Space Pirate's kind of cool, and two, you can kind of use those tactics for good.
No, I know.
It's a tool.
Just
we
like
get to-
Master Lowe.
We get to. I love it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna use that. Anyway, but yeah, it's how you use it.
Do you give influence to
Yes,
Flux after that comment?
Yes, I would give influence to Flux because that's hilarious.
I do already have it for
Oh, okay.
Yes,
never
yes,
mind
you
then.
do. So if you want to move labels, go for
You
it.
don't have to. I just wanted to make sure that it existed.
No,
I
yeah.
know, totally sure. You said your superior's been suffering a bit?
A little.
Yeah, let's go ahead and Norge that up a bit.
Would you like?
Norge.
Would you like
Yeah,
to?
Norge that up one.
Well, I'm at zero on Freak, 1 on Mundane, and 2 in Danger and Savior.
Yeah, let's drop that freak by 1.
All right, -1 Freak.
There's a whole bunch of planning cool stuffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Feels very superior to me.
All right. So you have your attack route. The team does its thing. Kuvo pinpoints the cameras and takes them out with a ranged blast as I'm gonna just give you one for free as after Image takes care of the elite that was outside.
Nice.
With kind of like starting the attack on it before it can react, and then Ares comes in and the two of you finish it off. While this is happening, Flux noodles into the biodome. Once you're inside, you can see that there is a whole series of 3-inch holes running throughout this place.
Huh.
If you can just effortlessly turn into mist, You could get anywhere in here through that vent.
Duly noted. It's a good thing I can effortlessly turn into snakes. Well, snake. Which is what I did. I turned into a snake to get through the hole.
Gotcha.
Full circle.
Yes. You come through and you drop on the other side of the doors where there is a very clear open pad, or a very clear technical pad. Anything special you want to do to it, or do you just get it open?
I just boop it with my snake nose.
You boop it with your steak nose. There's the classic boop as it you say boop as it goes boop. And the door opens and you have access to the secret lair of the Poison Prince. Inside there are now 3 guards, I'll say. And the Poison Prince himself. You all move in. The hallways are not huge here. They're a little cramped. This place wasn't built for comfort or aesthetics. The walls are a bit rusty. It doesn't look like this place has been super well maintained. The floors are clean. It looks like not a lot of mess gets made here, but it does look like you see a bunch of muddy footprints from the last couple of days. It seems that the Poison Prince has had people come in and out of here a bit. As you wind your way through stealthily, it opens up to 3 hallways. There's one that goes right ahead and into the grand atrium, which is where the shifting signal was last seen. Left and right, which both go into hallways into, judging by this style of dome, there's science labs on the left and residential on the right. My directions just got messed up because I went on the left. Nope, that's the right. Residential's on the right, science is on the left, and you know that there should be about 1 in each, and then there's 1 other guard in the actual atrium with the Poison Prince. Now, what does the group do?
What do you think, Kuvo? Split up?
I think that would allow us to cover more ground. I would like to see what sort of intelligence they have in their science wings.
Okay. After image? Why don't you, maybe in the residential, you might find something to use against him?
Okay.
I'm just thinking, maybe.
I will say, though, we should be very cautious given that there's still 3 elite guards left.
Yeah.
And they are most likely, if not probably, of some capacity a super, if not equivalent thereof.
Yeah, expect that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Kuva, I think you're going to want to go for the science side. Maybe there is an antidote to some of this poisonous stuff. That'd be kind of cool. I bet he doesn't want to accidentally kill minions.
No, I expect not. Either something to develop a immunity or a higher tolerance of the poisons in here.
Flux, which way do you want to go?
You want to go poke at science things or look through his stuff?
I'm gonna go take some of his stuff.
Both of which you could have gone either way, and I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to think about it. I want to take his stuff. I bet he has a lot of cool stuff.
All right, ladies, have fun with that. See you in a minute.
Yeah, see you in a minute.
Yep.
The 2 of you head off to the science lab. We're going to stick with that as the as Flux and After Image move down the hall towards the living spaces.
Yep.
In the science wing, there is a lot of way outdated equipment, including an entire botanical lab, which is being used to grow variants on different poisonous things. You see a form of poison ivy that seems to be kind of grafted to, looks like he's been attempting to graft it to some kind of dandelion seed. That seems to be an old experiment that isn't very, wasn't very promising.
Right, right.
You do see a number of antitoxins that have been isolated. And you see an old computer, so it's easy enough for you to easily hack it.
Mm-hmm.
And on there is a lot of research notes about failed experiments, some of which trying to develop new poisons, some of which trying to figure out his own poison, which he does not seem to have completely figured out.
I see.
It
Okay.
does note, but you already knew this, that it is a metallic poison.
Right.
It is based in heavy metals.
All right. So I'll have Ashura download all the data. And
There's a lot of good cutting-edge science if you're very narrowly interested in botany of toxic plants with old equipment. Like, if he had a research lab that was like a university, maybe he could have found something new. But a lot of this work was already done by someone whose name triggers in your system as a possible alter ego for the Poison Prince, but was published. Which was published by the University of Pennsylvania, New Athens, about 10 years ago.
All right.
And the Poison Prince started to get more active in the city.
Okay. So I'm going to have Ashura basically download all the data, cross-compare the findings that are present with the initial preliminary reports from the research done by the potentially alter ego. To basically cross-compare and see if maybe there is something that could be extracted as useful information about like an antidote or basically something to build better resilience.
I'm going to say this is on... You're trying to overcome an obstacle, which could be the potential poisonousness of the thing. So roll plus freak on and unleash your powers to see what Ashura comes up with. Maybe he missed something in his research.
Yep. Maybe. Yeah, I rolled a 10.
All right. So you do find something. You find that he had grown a subvariant of plant, but didn't realize the potential of it. It is basically an aloe with a very minor magnetic quality that will attract the poison particles and keep them out of the lungs.
Is there a inventory for this facility to kind of indicate if the plant is present or available?
There is one of these. It has 2 stalks on it.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
If you take them both, the plant will die.
I see. Kuvo looks over at Ares. We only take one.
It's okay.
All right.
I'm looking for power supply. How is this place powered?
Geothermal.
Good luck getting rid of that.
No, that's not. I'm just no. I'm. How is that? How is electricity conducted through this place? Is there like exposed wiring? You said it was kind of old industrial.
It is old industrial. The wiring wasn't exposed, but it does not take much effort to expose it. There's an old electrical box. Yeah, it's simple enough.
Conduits and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how I'm going to need to electrify After Image later.
Okay.
Moving current is magnetism.
True. All right.
Yep. True enough.
Over on the residential side, you come to another T hallway, and Kuvo said that the guard was down the left hallway as opposed to the straight hallway. Do you want to go and take care of the guard first, or do you want to go and head and see if you can find something useful first?
After Image, what do you think?
I think we take care of the guard real quick. Don't risk it.
All right, let's go left.
All right. Since there's the 2 of you and you're ready and they are not, this is not a dangerous fight. It is an elite guard. It's super tough, but you've had time to prepare for this. They have not. You're acting in unison. How do the two of you take out a 7 foot a 7 foot tall lady made of what looks to be volcanic rock?
I asked her out on a date.
Uh,
You pick her up at 7. Make sure there's a nice car, flowers.
I mean, my thought there is to like be very distracting while After Image does something cool, because After Image is like fast as hell. So, like, I figure it's very much a like I would step out into the hallway and make a big show of announcing myself, declaring that this facility is now under the control of the Sky Raider space pirate flotilla.
the hell
I
it
claim
is.
it. I claim it in the name of. Shut up! I'm giving my speech, and you're
Not
going
gonna
to
do it
whole
like you did. The Sky Raider flotilla is not gonna treat this place like it did Braxia's Norm.
You take that crap back about Braxius Norm.
I'm
are
from
the most-
Braxia's Norm.
Well, that's really
And is-
awkward then. Then you know that what we're gonna do, and then After Image do something, anything. Oh God.
What do you do after Image?
Is there like a old fire extinguisher or something?
Absolutely.
I
Oh no,
would-
there's fire extinguishers in the ceiling and lines that run along the ceiling that say fire extinguishing line or fire extinguisher fluid. Like there is in buildings I have worked in.
Okay. I want to run up and I just want to break one because I don't want to set off the whole system, but I want to use the.
Paint us a picture of what happens when you do that while I chew.
Okay. So After Image just I think she runs up the wall so she can get a hold of it and uses her weight to break the pipe and
The force of you moving up the wall, you grab it. The pipe is kind of sturdy, but you just use the momentum and your body as a
Yeah.
counterweight to just pull it down, and the carbon dioxide, I think it is, substance foam goes blasting onto the magnetic rock lady, and she just starts to harden. The Abraxian on her head starts to freeze a bit as well, and Flux.
Ah, now you see the power of the Sky Raider pirates. Take that, nerd. Good job, After Image.
All right, and it kind of encases her in this foam substance.
Two down.
May I recommend any number of Arnold Schwarzenegger quips about lower temperatures?
Okay,
That was
Shoot
cool.
out.
that was neato.
That was really rad. All right, let's rifle through his stuff.
yes. Let's...
All right, you go down the hallway and you find the biggest room there. Inside is a bed. It is a king size bed. Its sheets are made of some kind of like the richest silks. The room is somewhat opulent and has like a golden headboard. There's a chandelier here that hangs that you know is stolen from an art gallery about 5 years ago. There is a number of straight up masterpiece paintings that one or two you know were stolen. A third one, the museum claimed someone attempted to steal it, but they were foiled. It suddenly appears like that might not be true. And there is, why not, a large fish tank with saltwater fish and all the gear to take care of saltwater fish next to it.
Ooh, hey fishies. Does he like fish? Can we use that against him? Fishies.
There's also a large wardrobe and a walk-in closet with a number of opulent and somewhat fur-lined pieces. It's not exactly Liberace showy, It's a little closer to Prince than Liberace.
He's got capes.
He's got capes. Boys, he got capes.
So
He doesn't wear
many
one as a
capes.
supervillain, though. And his supervillain armor does not have a cape.
It's-
Capes are strictly for off hours.
So
Yeah,
he
it's
just
just like-
walks around in his underground base and
dressed like Lando Calrissian, absolutely. Hell
It-
yeah.
It's I was gonna say like yeah, basically it's like pajama shirt and bottoms and capes.
As you're going through, do you open up all the drawers, or are there some you avoid?
I mean, I'm just rifling through this place. I am tossing the room looking for anything we can use.
yeah.
The
I'm
first
a
thing
pirate.
that Flux finds is the prophylactics. There's a whole bunch of other mementos of crime. There's a couple of what look to be broken pieces of superhero armor, including the mask of, or the main mask of a hero that was known as the Mysterious Mask, who went missing about 4 years ago. Or
Hold that over my face and look around.
as you look through it, the lenses in the eyes of it, it is kind of like a wooden, a little bit like a tribal mask with no mouth on it, and with crystal eyes. As you look through the crystal eyes, you can see there are swirls of what look to be green moving inside those crystals. As if you put it closer to your face, the green starts to move quicker.
Second thought, I don't think I want to end up smoking. Let's put that down.
Yes. All right. There is a number of books and plans, and there's like a couple of notebooks with plans in it.
Ooh. We got plan notebooks.
They seem to be various schemes for destroying the city.
After my friend, I've got bad news. I think your uncle might be a villain. A super villain.
One's like water supply, too mundane. I
I
can't do anything worse to it than they already do.
Are these like the black and white composition books?
Mhm.
Because that's actually that's what I
Absolutely.
want them to be. Yeah.
That is adorable.
College ruled.
I mean, yeah, like I'm looking for anything that's.
After Image realizes a number of these were the basic plans that your mom foiled. And you see other plans that haven't been enacted yet, none of which seem to mention anything about aliens or anything that would indicate that the Poison Prince had any knowledge this was going to happen before it did.
It's weird to think that he workshopped those plans.
I think he does count this as workshopping. His penmanship is terrible.
It
For an
would be.
earthling.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
He might be left-handed. Be nice.
He is sinister.
So anyway, the guy any like I don't know weak spots like pulling up the mattress, emotional, trauma we can play into. Hold
alright.
back pillow.
Uh,
Like a
you
stuffed
don't-
animal
what
we
you
can throw
see
at him?
is a complete lack of pictures of family.
Alright, game
Has
boss.
that got any connections?
Yes.
Can I use Pierce the Mask to look through his stuff and try to...
You know what? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say you are in his private sanctum. You can learn some things about the Poison Prince.
Alright.
Of course, with the acknowledgement that the Abraxian is probably in control.
Right.
But,
Okay. Well,
so roll plus mundane.
so 7. I have angry, so that's -2, -3, so 4.
No,
Wow.
you
Pom-pom.
are too angry to gain anything. Because all of this has nothing to do with the Abraxian. All of this was just your uncle being a supervillain. None of this, this is what your uncle just does. is planned to hurt people, is planned to devastate and ruin people's lives. You see also a number of tax schemes that seem to be implicating the World Defense Coalition in some kind of strange tax dodging through shell corporations. And a reporter who has been went missing that was starting to look into it and has like that reporter's notes are down here. The Flux, are you looking for anything in particular? I mean, Fox, are you looking for anything in particular?
I mean, yeah, like I said, like I'm looking for.
There,
You said there are no
weaknesses.
pictures of family. I'm like,
Yeah.
I am looking for anything that is of sentimental value. Anything that's like a diary where he's like, "Dear diary, boy, I hate it when people say my butt is big." Like anything he seems to highly value.
He highly values his stuff, himself, and kind of highly values his hatred. His
Okay.
kind of whole thing is like his family didn't treat him right, or as well as they should, and he deserved more, and so he's going to take it out on the world.
Okay.
Also, there's those fish he loves.
Fish, right. Well, this is a bust. You want to burn all this dren and get out of here? That might make him mad.
I'm not against it, though. What are we gonna do with the fish?
I've already taken out my laser sword gun combination thing and fired it at the bed.
The bed is a water bed. Splash.
Well,
But you have now ruined
the
his
bubble
water
bursted that.
Yeah.
His bed is full of fluid.
Ruined
Humans
now.
are ingenious.
Yeah, it's a water bed.
My shoes.
They're not as good as you want them to be.
They're awful for your back.
Oh no, I used to have one.
All right. So you destroy a few things in there. Yeah. On the other side, the two of you are finishing up in the lab when you hear a creaking coming down the hallway.
Either side of the door.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
You hear something coming through with heavy footsteps. It sounds like it's about to enter the lab.
be out of sight, prepare to ambush.
Kuvo, you... Alright. So you're at us. You're muted, Jackie. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just thinking. So when we're in the science wing, is there any convenient like security systems as well, like access to like the security cameras
Yes.
that are left interior in the inside?
This thing does not have... This thing cannot resist your hacking, basically. This place
Okay.
is so old, it is not made to resist a modern hacker. Like,
Fair enough.
The network is Unix.
Oh god, those poor things.
It's like a late 2002 IBM.
It's encoded in COBOL.
Oh.
Actually makes it harder to hack.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I was gonna
unless
say
you
that
know
should be some-
COBOL. Unless you know
well-
COBOL.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I think what Kuva would do is just say, notify Afterimage and Flux whenever they decide, after they vandalize the Poison Prince's
We've been burning
private
stuff.
When you're
Right.
when you're access to the thing, there is a fault
Mhm.
in the fire system, which should be setting off an alarm, but it is not
Mhm.
since you control it.
Yep.
But when you radio over and you say, we've been setting fire stuff, you suddenly realize that there is no access to the fire system. The fire system has a fault in that sector.
Whoops.
Opens closet.
It's starting to get a little smoky in that room. But it's a moment after that coming through the door that Ares is on one side of ready to strike is a 3-foot tall, basically a gnome, with a long pointy beard and the Saiyan armor and a red head crab and a staff that is 5 feet tall.
We got lost on the way to Dragon Con.
Wow.
Between the two of you, you dispose of him before he gets too many spells off.
Compensating much? Just
How do the two of you take out this magical gnome?
I think the fastest. I think what Kuba would do is use change one of the settings for the repulsar blast to be a high frequency sound, so it makes them very difficult
Unable to
for
concentrate,
them.
yeah.
Concentrate. Yep.
Fail those
Which should-
concentration checks.
Yeah, he fails the con save.
Oh yeah, totally. And that should distract them long enough for Kuvo to make a nice abrupt behind the back strike. I think.
Kuvo knows that any foe with a ridiculous weapon, that weapon is either, if you consider that person a threat and they have a ridiculous weapon, get the weapon away from them.
Mhm.
So the first thing you do is knock the staff away.
yes, de-staff him.
De-staff the wizard.
De-staff the wizard.
De-staff the wizard.
Anyway, the
Zip tie his hands behind his back. duct
yeah,
tape
you're
over the
very
mouth.
quick about this, and you knock him out, and you have an unconscious wizard with
And
an
a
Abraxian
staff.
still on his head.
and a magic staff, which I have no idea how to use.
Do
According
you
your
want to pick
character
up the
class.
magic staff?
I mean, it's a martial arts weapon.
The
Oh.
staff is a martial arts weapon, but as you pick this one up, it feels light and easy, as though it would give you a +1 to attack and damage,
Yeah, there it is.
Ooh, +1 staff.
as well as AC.
Hey, awesome.
This is not a +1 staff; you just haven't attuned to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well,
Now we
Too
gotta
bad
spend
it's
half
not
an
a day.
hour.
so
Now we gotta-
fireballs. We could use it on his bedroom.
So that means we gotta spend a short rest to totally attune to this thing.
If only you had time, which you don't.
If only.
That was very
Fine.
Skeletor. If only. Anyway,
Is there
you.
a- Yep. I just wanna. Is there a hook I can hang him on, just to be mean?
There is.
Just
Aww.
by the back of the collar, just. Nah, if he's zip tied, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's not getting out.
And
of
you knocked him out. He's going to stay out for a couple of hours.
Down.
Meaning there is only one other person with the Poison Prince.
Mm-hmm.
that.
yeah.
We know who that is.
Do you?
I no, but I have a guess.
Okay. All right.
I'll say it's okay.
Johnny Big Arms. The biggest arms this side of the Pecos.
Okay.
That's
As you-
clearly Explodio and the ultimate betrayal.
Sometimes, I still got influence over him. Also,
Yeah.
Kevin, sometimes I make jokes, Kevin. Sometimes
Yeah, I know, but
just make...
sometimes you say things that are funny, and I think it's great. So,
And here we are.
looking at those cameras, you do find Johnny Big Arms with an Abraxian on his head. Johnny Big
Awesome.
Arms has enormous arms that can transform into various things, like a rocket launcher.
Yo, okay, Johnny Big Arms.
And it's a weird. He calls himself a mutant of power.
I mean, that's how else is he gonna admire these guns?
Yep, great, good, and great.
And Johnny Big Arms is known for his love of banter and puns as well. Is
A man of culture is what you're saying.
oh, a man of fine, refined tastes. No, has worked as a low-level villain and a mid-level hero for hire. Is mostly mercenary, but seems to have been hired by the Abraxian now.
Man, I'm picturing the team up of Johnny Big Arms and Tinsmith, and that's yeah.
You could do some damage with those two. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Marvel
very
What Ifs got
true.
real weird, man.
Johnny Big Arms does have like gorilla arms style arms at even when otherwise unpowered.
Great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So,
Best hugs though.
as some have found out to death, the man. All right. So you two, you've all finished up in your areas. There are accesses into the main atrium from north, south, east, and west.
Right.
The main atrium is a large area. You know the Poison Prince is probably somewhere near the middle of it.
Mhm.
based on the last temperature readings that Kuvo was able to do.
Okay.
And as you get this close, you could see Johnny Big Arms' big arms have their own heat signature. So
Really
We're about
peculiar.
finished up over here, guys. How are you doing in the boudoir?
We broke so much of his stuff.
you broke.
We're doing
Though,
pretty good.
here's a question: did After Image save any of the paintings? Some of that was priceless fine art.
Oh, well, I imagine it's there's smoke coming out of the room, and we see like in the background of the shot, the fish tank is now about half full of the water that it was full of before. As the room just sort of smolders.
You know, I don't think she would have thought about it when they started
Yep,
destroying
they're gone
her
then.
stuff.
Okay, all right.
We're not
Some-
perfect heroes, everyone.
Flux?
No.
We're new at
no.
this.
Flux, by any chance, were you angry?
I was not. No.
Okay. After Image, were you angry?
I am angry, yes.
You make clear angry. You have broken something important.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me take my anger.
Hey, no
my ankle
problem.
stuff.
Take that, Van Gogh. Whoosh.
This is the worst sunflowers I've ever seen.
Uh,
This haystack's pretty accurate, but this guy just drew a bunch of squares. What's a
Oh, this dude's got a-
mandrion?
This dude's got an apple in
Oh.
front of his face. That's weird. Anyway, whoosh.
Oh God.
Were you hopeless? Or Flux, do you have any conditions?
I have no conditions.
Okay, good. Because I would say fling yourself into easy release of, thrashing the bad guy's stuff is. would
Oh
also
yeah.
work
I
here.
mean, like I
Anyway.
walk out of there. If he's got any like really ostentatious golden jewelry,
Absolutely.
yeah, a lot of it is now adorning Flux.
That's
As
the
she
pirate
walks out of that
instinct.
place.
That is the pirate instinct.
Yeah,
New
right.
cape.
Big pirate energy here.
Ah,
New
yeah.
cape. New cape for the space pirate. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you want a new cape, if you want a cape, you can grab one here. You don't wear a cape because you know your mom wears a cape and she wants you to wear a half cape.
That's the thing. No, I would skip on the cape, but like any crowns, rings, necklaces,
Absolutely.
bangles. Oh yeah,
and
festooned.
they are not gender specific. It's crowns, tiaras, diadems. The Poison
Oh.
Prince loves to have this stuff, but doesn't wear any of it as a supervillain because then someone might beat you up and take it if you lose, or,
Joke's on you. I taken it anyway.
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
So, how are you planning to perform this final assault?
There's still one in there, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
there is
Mhm.
like
Johnny Big
four of
Arms, whose name I should write down.
Okay, so how are we gonna stop Johnny Big Arms and the Poison Prince?
Yeah, let me just.
Well,
We're,
We
we're
should-
We're not gonna stop Johnny Big Arms and the Poison Prince. I, and maybe Kuvo, or I don't know, me and somebody, we can stop Johnny Big Arms. He's your uncle. You got
agreed.
this. He's vulnerable to you.
I
know
wouldn't
him
be so
better than
sure
we do.
about that.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know
I
him
met
better
him
than we do.
once, but I mean, I know how he fights, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we
Poison.
have records of the Poison Prince's past previous encounters as of within the records, but
The records aren't the same as hearing it from your mom, Kuvo. It's all
'Cause
I'm
there's
saying.
a lot of things that get left out,
right, and
especially
you
in
are
After Image, or especially in Lady Quantum's case, where she wants to look good at the end of it.
right. You have access to the additional repository of information from Lady Quantum's fights with the Poison Prince, so you know more than anything these records will ever say.
Something beeps on my wrist. I look down at it. There's another option. All four of us
Yes.
could fight the Poison Prince. And I'm just gonna hit a button on a little wrist
Mhm.
computer I've got on.
The ground shakes as something impacts at the speed of a speeding bullet way above you. it takes about 30 seconds after the button is pressed before, if you were standing on the surface directly above this, you would see an explosion in the sky as something got through the atmosphere before being attacked and assaulted and exploded. And then just a dark streak coming straight down into the ground at a trajectory that puts it through and into the earth. And as it speeds down, we see this brown furry streak just go through a subway tunnel and then through a sewer system and then down into the dome, breaks through the dome into the middle of the atrium directly onto Johnny Big Arms as this 8-foot tall fuzzy beast with pointy ears and a big fanged smile, large clawed paws, and a sash with a cutlass at it, and hammer pants and boots, just takes Johnny Big Arms clean out. It stands up and it looks like a space pirate Totoro. But the Poison Prince now knows you're here.
Or that. Yes, we can
What do you
Well,
what do you
that
say
was
before
one way to do it.
we're about to go to break? But what do you say right before we go to break?
I'm checking my notes and I can't find his name and it's killing me.
That is Dune the Unkillable.
That's
Yeah.
right, Dune.
Your grandmother's enforcer has arrived.
Hi, Dune.
Sup, princess? Actually, no, he bows to you and goes, Princess?
All right.
We can go to break on that.
I
Yeah.
do have one
Yeah.
pun for break.
Oh.
Dune, dune, dune.
Rejected. All right.
Fair.
All right, everybody. So, once again, since this break is a good opportunity to get up, stretch your legs, move around, donate to Fair Fight. And we're going to take 5 to 10 minutes. We'll try to keep it short, and we'll be back soon.
Yes.
All right. And welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. The group has invaded the secret lair of the Poison Prince in order to take him down and defeat the Metropian and acquire his scepter. And as part of the how do we start this fight, Flux hit a button summoning Dune the Unkillable, which is written down in my notes as Space Pirate Totoro. To
My friend.
your friend,
would-
Space Pirate Totoro the Unkillable.
I would totally watch that anime.
To attack the last of the major bad guys. Now, Johnny Big Arms is known as a hard hitter, too. So Johnny Big Arms being hit by that is clearly out of the way. The group moves in. You see the Poison Prince standing there, looking a bit shocked and confused, kind of like a image in a sun bouncing off pavement that causes the heat shimmer. That's it. As though he is not fully dense. The group. Were you all going to come at from different angles?
Probably. That would make the most sense.
Because now it's go time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rush this dude.
All right. Dune's got Johnny handled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Johnny's not
Did you
fully
want me to
down,
read
but
off what the hell my moment of truth does, actually?
yes,
First
please
thing?
do. Sorry.
Sure. You embrace your home and call them for aid. They will answer your call in force, arriving exactly when you need them to turn the tide. They fight and serve you for the rest of the battle. Of course, when all is said and done, they'd probably like to take you home with them. You did, after all, just prove yourself worthy. And for the folks at home, I locked Freak as my label.
All right. So Dune's not going to be able to do much to the Poison Prince, knowing the Poison Prince power set. But definitely has Johnny handled, and there is now absolutely no chance any of the other elites will interfere with you. Because if for some reason they get out of it, or they wake up, or they had something else going on, Dune will handle them. And we'll say, for the sake of exciting action, that happens. The volcanic one comes in, and Dune throws Johnny Big Arms at them. And the one outside that you took care of super easy was capable of eye blasts and tries to eye blast Dune. And Dune just, once again, picks up Johnny Big Arms and throws it at him.
Johnny Big Arms is the shield.
My big arms, they're such a liability!
But the Prison Prince goes, "Oh, I see the peasants have arrived."
What's up, chick face?
Is this
Yeah!
a loser says what situation? I don't understand. Loser says what?
Someone hasn't read their French history.
What?
Should look out for peasants. Peasants are dangerous.
Are you going in to attack the Poison Prince as you say that? Or are you just going to let him monologue and monologue back?
Mm-mm. No, I'm good. I'm actually moving.
Perfectly acceptable. This is Masks. You can emotion to defeat the villain with a monologue.
That's fair. Nope. I'm going for a power conduit.
All right. You are
with-
going
with a
to...
knife.
Okay.
I want live cable.
You find live cable. It has HBO, but not Showtime.
Oh, that's always a bummer.
Sorry.
I just need 1.21 gigawatts.
So are we entering into battle?
You're entering into battle against a dangerous foe.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Let's
Darn it.
start.
I need
All right.
to influence. I need to influence Flux real fast. No, that's all good. Nah, it's okay.
Two,
All right, so we-
two to start.
Right.
Okay.
We had one in the beginning of the game.
3. If the
Yep.
leader has influence over every teammate at another team, no. Does everyone have the same purpose in this fight?
To defeat the Poison Prince. That's
Defeat
me.
the Poison Prince.
Defeat the Poison
Okay.
Prince.
Absolutely. So that's 4. Does anyone mistrust the team leader?
Who is
No.
our team leader?
No. Well, who is our team
Well,
leader?
Who is your team leader is the question. So I think that question was even asked.
I think
I'm looking at
I'm-
after image in this one.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm leaning on the after image on this one too.
After
this
image,
is-
do you have influence over everybody?
I might actually.
Check.
Yes, I do have influence over everybody.
Yep.
That's 5, and then
Nice.
6 for everybody. No one mistrusting after image.
Correct.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. You are not off balance or ill prepared. You are well prepared and on balance. So you're
Yep.
at 5.
Nice.
All right. You easily get the power cables out.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have above the fray.
You have above
which,
the fray, which adds another one.
Yes, it does. So,
right, so
you're-
6.
We're at 6. We're at 6.
Now, who's making a move? Who's doing a thing? Who's Flux?
Yeah, I mean, unless somebody wants to lead this dance, like, I'm gonna charge at this dude, just screaming about how, yeah, well, you might be a prince, but I'm also royalty, so there. Ah!
I don't recognize your lineage.
You're about to not recognize your face as I go to punch him with the pommel of my
Light edge
yes.
light weapons
God,
or edge
what the hell are those called? But yeah,
Yeah.
Light edge.
light projectors.
my hard light weapon.
Go
Frickin'
ahead.
Laser cutlass.
Swing your laser cutlass with a roll of directly something a threat. Engage. That's the word.
Directly engage a threat.
I was gonna say
yes.
directly
Roll
assess a
engage.
threat. No wait.
That is an 8.
All right. So
So-
you get to choose one.
Great. I would love to be on the basics moves page. There we go. I would love to create an opportunity for my allies, considering that one of us is about to go ripping out power cables.
All right. So you start taking swings at the Poison Prince, who easily phases as you swing.
Ah, no fair being immaterial. That's cheating.
Sadly, you start collecting some of the. You are noticing that your energy weapon is doing a bit of damage, and he goes, it stings, and then you are hit
Justice.
full in the face with a punch of not only pungent chemicals but also like a left hook.
Jewelry goes flying off of me.
So, but you have managed to keep the Poison Prince from moving outside of. You're keeping the Poison Prince in about a 5-foot area while this is happening, I'm going to say. But roll to take a powerful blow.
Sure. Plus conditions is a 5.
All right, you stand strong. How do you
That
weather
does
the
suck.
blow?
I think it's as simple as actually yeah, it's I get hit clean by it, but as I land, I kind of do this like rolling hit where, in fact, have you ever seen there's this one really great shot in Terminator 2 where the T-1000 gets like splatted against the wall. And
Yeah.
he's face down, and then he just like turns, essentially like flips which way is his front, and which way is his back.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of takes a tumble and is like flat on the ground and does like a whoop so that she's face up and like gets back up again and wipes like some purple blood off of her lip. Just not bad.
After Image, what are you doing?
After Image is going to rush in and try to help Flux fight him while Ares does this whatever he's doing with the power cables.
All right, so directly engage.
Well, that's unfortunate. I rolled badly. So 3.
Oh.
Yeah, selfish ain't gonna fix that one, I'm afraid.
No.
Nope.
You're trying to time yourself with the Poison Prince trying to attack Flux, and it just does not work. He says, "Please, child. You're the least impressive speedster I've ever stood against."
Ow.
This
was
is
about
an
to-
emotional blow you will
I was
take.
gonna say that's
So
an
roll to
emotional
take a
blow right
powerful
there.
blow as well as somewhat of a physical thing as the air gets into, or the poison that just surrounds the poison prince is taking more of effect on you than it does people. You're being affected by it faster.
And I'm assuming since this is an emotional blow, my
This is a much greater threat. This is a
okay,
big threat.
which is good because that means I rolled a 9.
Instead of something higher. All right, so choose one. Lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of influence to inflict a condition.
Well,
You give
if this is my
your
move, it has things.
different things. Yes.
Yes.
So what are those things?
So
Let
on
me
a
look.
7 and 9, so on a hit I stand strong, and choose one, and then
You
on a
mark a
7 and
condition.
9 I mark a condition.
All right. So choose one.
You know what? I think you know what? He said that she's been learning a lot about that she is also a hero and stuff, and I think she's angry again at him.
Okay. Angry is good, but which are you choosing from the list of things?
And
The easiest one is keep your attackers.
yeah, I was gonna say I keep my attackers. Keep your attackers' attention.
You see the poison prince start to look over in Ares' direction and ready to throw a bolt of pure gaseous poison and corrosive stuff, and you run around and distract him so that so that the poison prince keeps focused on you. Ares, you are climbing up a side of a pillar in a way only a character of your physical prowess and whatnot can, to try to get at a power conduit and bring it down into the fight to be accessible. You are attempting to reshape your environment. Go ahead and give me a roll on use your powers or unleash your powers.
Okay. That is an 8. So,
It's unstable or temporary.
okay.
So you do manage to break a power line. It drops, but not exactly where you wanted it. It doesn't drop into the main, let's say, 10-foot circle of the atrium, where the poison prince is kind of standing in the middle. As you were cutting it, Dune didn't have to, but Dune threw the volcanic person to the other side of the fight, causing more of the cable to come down than you intended.
Well, I'm seeing it as a positive.
Yep.
Is dude just like picking people up one-handed and tossing them around like rag dolls?
That is generally Dune's fighting style, because if Dune can be overwhelmed, being unkillable doesn't mean you can't be swarmed. So Dune's fighting
Right.
style is very much, I'm going to put you over there, and you will wait for me, and you will go over there. Why aren't you over there? Let me put you back over there.
I'm mostly used to fighting groups. You use different tactics than when it's one-on-one.
Great.
Anyway, so Kuvo.
Kuvo sees the cable dropping and remembers that we had discussed about utilizing After Image's speed to create an electrical current surrounding the poison prince to prevent them from basically forming into a gaseous form, or at least keeping
Consolidating
gaseous-
it, yeah.
consolidating into a localized space. And so he's going to go and pick it up, and is also going to employ tactical genius for this. So let's do that first.
Okay.
Because right now, After Image, it has is right now the
Has
poison
its
prince
attention,
has his attention. Right,
It's engaged.
is engaged. Yes.
Would take an attack of opportunity. if
Not
you
not like
to.
Flux and T, but yeah.
Let me see. It's with Savior, so that gives me a 9. Okay, so on a 9. Okay, so on a hit, I'm right, and I'm going to give a +1 ongoing to After Image, based on the information. And on a 7 and 9, I have to pick one. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go with we missed something important, and the GM tells us what. But basically, I'm going to probably use I'm going to use the suit to basically harness. Basically, we're going to take the cable, fly it in, but then we're also going to use the suit to create to channel the current, so that way it's more manageable for After Image to carry it.
Less likely to burn out After Image, as After Image does not have the kind of resistors that Kuvo has had to install for other reasons. And
we'd like to have moving current. I don't want to actually electrocute my teammate.
Right. So I will be acting as the buffer.
I need a D4.
That's a really silly question. So what's our end goal here with this electrical wire?
To create an electrical field that the Poison Prince can't disperse out of.
I mean, he's not made of metal, though.
He's made of metallic. The poison is actually metallic that he turns into.
Ah.
You found that out when the grandfather told you that very early on.
His poisonous gas is ferromagnetic, so we're making a magnetic bottle.
He is made out of metal. I forgot. Thank you.
But sadly, there is something you missed.
Yep.
Ares, roll to take a powerful blow.
Oh, I know who that is.
No conditions, so an 8.
All right. You get to choose from the list. As you are suddenly rocked. You were still up on that pillar. You feel like a brick hits you in the chest, knocking you off the pillar.
Okay. I think I will mark 2 conditions.
Okay. Which 2?
Well, I think afraid is going to be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not, up for... It's hard to hit what you can't see.
Master Lo would be disappointed in that thought.
Well, that's true. It's not impossible. It's just hard. There's a little bit of, I don't know, oh crap, I got everybody into this. I feel like, is that...
Okay, guilty.
Hopeless? Yeah, maybe a little guilty, yeah.
Cool. All right. Lady Quantum has arrived on scene. There is a red and gold blur that moves through like a series of snapshots of Lady Quantum punching Ares clear off of the pillar they were on, bouncing over, dodging under another bad guy thrown by Doom, coming up on the other side, and standing very briefly in place next to the Poison Prince.
Well, this is problematic.
Focus on the Poison Prince. I got Lady Quantum.
Understood.
And I'm going to attempt to run after her and fight my mother.
All right. Thank you. You take off. You book after her, keeping pace with her. She's not showing off right now. This is a fight in a place no one will ever see. She's running as fast as she can, and you are merely a step behind at the moment. You're not catching up, but you're not losing ground. What do you want to do about it?
You know what? Can I assess the situation in front of me? And
Absolutely. You take, knowing that you're in pace with her, you're going to, instead of your brain works equally as fast, and you feel the emotions you need to feel, and you acknowledge them, but you take a look at the situation in an analytical way, like Kuvo might. Go ahead and roll your assess the situation.
Um, 2.
It's still your mom, though.
Ooh.
My hard move is that you start to lose ground. She's outpacing you. And with her other talents that she doesn't seem to be employing at the moment, you're not sure if you can keep this up. Flux.
Okay. Am I still? All right. So the current situation.
Hey,
Those speedsters are speedstering,
yes.
which is great.
Yes.
That keeps Angry Mom busy. But the Poison Prince, like, where is his attention focused at the moment?
It was on After Image, but now that After Image is gone, you are there, and Ares is like on the ground next to him.
Shit. All right. Okay. I basically, as I kind of like size up the situation, like, the secondary like light device that I've been using generally as a shield to go with my cutlass.
Yes.
Like I spin it in my hand and it kind of deactivates, and I want to try to like slide over to where this cable is,
Mm-hmm.
because my intent is to take my this alien device and just start jamming it into this loose cable situation.
I believe you have a move for this.
Well, I do. In
So
fact,
this sounds awesome. I love it. You
Yeah.
grab the cable, you connect both of your edged light projectors into it.
just the
You
one.
set them on. Oh, just the one. You set it on.
The one that I took from
yeah, the bonus
what's his
or
butt?
extra one.
Yeah.
Grump or
Grump.
something like Grump.
Shit.
Yes,
I
it was Grump.
forget.
Okay.
Glum.
So
That's what it was from Glum.
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 Oh,
That's
sorry.
it.
Yeah, I take
So
Glum's weapon.
Go
and-
ahead and roll plus freak.
Yeah, because my intent here is to try and like overcharge the output circuit on this thing to essentially create a tiny one-shot rocket. It'll burn
Okay.
out the weapon, but it'll still make this thing like fly around and around and around very quickly.
Mhm.
Yes. We don't have our speedster, but that's okay. We can still go fast.
Yep.
What am I rolling plus? I just realized plus freak. Perfect. I just locked that at 3, so
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's an 8.
All
Let's
right.
see. Alter human device with alien technology. On a hit, you create a device that can do something impossible once and then fizzle.
So the impossible thing you're doing is creating a magnetic field here to contain the Poison Prince, and you do it. It doesn't go spinning around like you expected it. You expected it to be a rocket. What it does is turn on a different set of projectors that all the safeties were built into to never do. Because knocking out a localized zone of EMP in the middle of a spaceship can kill everyone on the ship if that space is the reactor core. You didn't know that it had that safety measure. But this
fly
thing
by the seat of
doesn't
my
need
pants
to
here.
move to become an EMP, an electromagnetic projector.
Mm-hmm.
When this thing turns off, it will probably explode once you enter this effect. But as long as this effect has power, there is a large kind of staticky bubble enveloping the middle 10 feet of the atrium filled with poisonous plants. And now that you're in it, some creatures, generally poison toads, etc. The energy, everybody who has hair that isn't, shapeshifted, your hair stands on end as you are hit by the effect of, one of those
Dune.
globes.
Mm-hmm.
That's so puffy.
Dune looks like a chinchilla right now.
An oversized, massive chinchilla.
An 8-foot tall, clawed chinchilla that is just flinging villains about.
The best image ever.
And Dune hasn't been on the foreground of this shot for since he landed. But ever since, it's just been in the background occasionally.
Slowing people.
Yeah. And it appears that other soldiers have started to show up, and just Dune is laying into them as well. Every now and then you see just a couple of passed out people. As Dune is keeping this this fight will not turn against you, but he can't do anything about Lady Quantum. Kuvo.
Huh. Okay, so we have the field around Poison Prince now, but that doesn't exactly end anything. It's just he's contained.
Yeah.
Is a bit more solid, which is why as soon as all that pops off with my hair standing on end, I look up and go, "Okay, punch him now, quick!"
Actually, I want to assess the situation here. So,
Okay.
let's go ahead and roll for this.
You look around, taking in the information. The way you do this is you access Asura, looking for a tactical advantage here.
Yep, that's exactly what we're trying to do. And I rolled pretty high because my superior is locked in, so I rolled a 12.
Okay, ask a billion questions.
I only get 2, so I'm not Aries,
2 billion
unfortunately.
questions. Wow.
2 billion questions. Wow, that's great.
What can I use here to disable the Poison Prince?
At this point, you've locked him down. You need to get him unconscious, because the Poison Prince. If the Poison Prince figures out where the source of the EMP is, he could use his, heavy scepter that he's carrying, to shatter it, breaking the projector. You need to stop that from happening, and you need to get the Poison Prince just unconscious.
Okay.
And poison won't work. You can't chloroform him.
Right. Let me see. Okay, and then what here is in the greatest danger right now?
The greatest danger, what is in the greatest danger? The thing in greatest danger is Afterimage.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Close second, Ares.
Close second is Ares. Got it. Okay.
As the Poison Prince looks down and attempts to do something, goes, "What have you whelps done?"
You know what I think? So, as Afterimage is running after Lady Quantum, and she's struggling to keep up, and she has a moment of realization that, like, if she keeps trying to do this, she's in trouble. And she says, "Screw it," and changes direction, running at the Poison Prince. I want to unlock my moment of truth.
Absolutely.
Or use my moment of truth, which is, this is the moment when you prove how much the mantle belongs to you. You seize control of all the powers, and you defeat even impossible odds to prove you are worthy of the name you carry. You accomplish feats even your predecessors couldn't do. Of course, after you prove something like that, you can expect still more responsibilities to be placed on your shoulders. And if you're okay with it, I would like to phase through the Poison Prince and just take the Metropian right off of him.
As you run faster than you ever have, your mom turns to try to keep up and intercept you. And she is technically faster than you. She gets to you, but doesn't realize you're phased. She goes through you and out the other side as you keep running. You hit the electromagnetic field in a way that the electromagnetic field has little pulses, you suddenly realize. Going through one of those little pulses might hurt you at this speed. You time it perfectly. You hit the point exactly. It's like double Dutch. You just bounce off the ground and right into the Poison Prince. You put your hand right into his head. And you end up on the other side of him, holding the Abraxian. Its tail flailing and swinging at you. It looks like it's trying to stab your arm, but you've got it contained. The Poison Prince collapses in a pile of basically dander on top of Ares, who fortunately remembered to put on a breather. This is why Ares hasn't been taking bad side effects, because the The Poison Prince is down. You are holding the Abraxian that was the Metropian. The Poison Prince's scepter drops to the ground, unconnected from the Metropian, unconnected from the Abraxian, at the feet of Ares.
Holy shit, I did it.
The
Holy frick, you
Abraxian,
did it.
Yeah, you did.
the Abraxian in your hand pulses, turns kind of a squirtish purple, and just bleeds venom out the bottom of it into nothing. Your mother looks at that, has a flash of insight now that the Metropian is no longer directly influencing her Abraxian, and does the same thing. Reaches up and phases through the Abraxian. As it hits the ground, she stomps it in anger several times, lashing out in an uncharacteristic rage that you have not seen in her. She is now covered in dirt from the area, dust from the Poison Prince, I think we said purplish blood of this thing, and tears down her face.
I think seeing this after Image just like hits her full speed in a hug.
I don't want to get on that scene, but I'm just gonna quietly pick up that scepter.
That scepter is a scepter of leadership, and as you touch it, you feel that you have the potential to lead, the potential to rule. You could do it justly with this scepter. You could do it powerfully. The scepter is interested in you.
God damn it, Isildur.
Well, Master Lowe, tell somebody else.
Kuva will arrive next to Ares and kind of extend an arm for the scepter. I'm gonna need that. Not for what you think.
Let's find a jar to put it in.
I picks up the Abraxian. That's the Metropian. The Abraxian got it.
All right.
Not a jar to put that in. A jar to put this thing in. Something insulated.
Oh well, that I have, and pulls out like a roll, a
Insulating
nanotech
foam wire, yeah.
Yeah, just there you go.
You wrap it in pipe foam like it was a LARP weapon.
Awesome.
Yes.
Now I have a boffer scepter. F yeah.
Except the top of it is a big jewel encrusted bulbous thing that sticks out of this black pipe foam.
Okay, now every time I hit someone, I have to yell like two.
Standing next to the princess is Dune, who drops the still living bodies of Johnny Big Arms and two of the other things. He says, "Well, I took care of these two. The gnome is either dead or disappeared. It's hard to tell with spellcasters like that.
Sure.
You know, I stomped him pretty good, and then he wasn't there anymore. So either the spell maintaining his life force faded, or the spell that would prevent him from dying activated and teleported him away. I've seen both."
Oh no, yeah. As the thing I've created on the floor starts to go, boy. Sorry, hang on.
Hold on, no, I got it. I got it, princess. He grabs one hand onto it, and it explodes with a force that should have been devastating. And smoke comes from his hand as he drops the plastic bits of it back onto the floor.
Yeah, like the camera, like from behind him, you see this flash or whatever.
Now, does anyone have a comb?
Look at him. And
Procures a comb.
No, I dive into the fur to give him a big hug. Boom. Hi, Dune.
Glad to see you too, Kalindri.
Ugly crying happy tears in my friend Dune.
So yeah, Ares is watching Afterimage and her mom hug, and Flux and Dune hug, and glances at Kuvo and it's like,
I'm not hugging you.
no, good, that's fine. Right.
Dune says the fleet's about a day behind, but they're coming.
Yeah, I guess they would be. Oh, Mom's gonna kill me.
Unlikely.
Oh.
Well, metaphorically, you'll probably be. I'm just thinking. In space, you can't really be grounded.
How
no,
does one ground a space pirate?
You are locked in your
Detained.
cabin.
You're
You're detained.
You will be. You're probably going to be detained for about a year.
Oh, I'm gonna be detained for the rest of my life. Is everybody else okay?
Systems seem nominal.
I'm good.
You know, Kubo, most humans just say yes or no.
I acknowledged the question and I answered accordingly.
Parker, are you alive?
Yeah.
The Poison Prince is formed into the form of a man in yellow-orange armor. In a solid form. The Poison Prince, it's known, does not need to breathe. So if you bag him airtight, you can contain the Poison Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Let us do that.
You do that.
Mhm.
It's like get some tarp plastic and heat seal it shut around. I don't know.
No, that's great. I love it. Yeah. Between Kuvo and Kalindri, you can easily hot pocket that guy.
Hot pockets.
Worst tasting hot pocket
Ugh,
in New
metallic.
Athens.
Ugh.
Metallic. Oh.
It's like eating the thing that the hot pocket gets cooked in. Anyway.
Like aluminum and tarragon, just awful.
Why would anyone do that?
Someone
Keep
has
the
I'm
Poison
sure.
Prince from escaping.
Yes, to keep the Poison Prince from escaping.
Oh
Duh.
God.
You have a moment here as a team.
Yes, we do.
We won.
I have a thing for that.
Yes, we do.
We Furling won. We Poison Prince freed your mom. We saved the city, you guys.
And also we did not die.
Well, yes, that was kind of a given. We weren't gonna.
It's never a given.
Come on. Oh my God, both of you. Dune, tell them about dying.
No, I can't. I don't know anything about it.
Dune knows what's up.
Look,
I can tell him about killing.
No, Dune, we have to talk about that later, guys.
Well,
Why?
first,
Well, but regardless, like, hey, New Athenians, huh?
Yeah, we did it. Like,
We have succeeded in our task, and we have managed to avoid any any casualties. And
Well, probably, says Doom.
well, we minimized the casualties. Let me correct myself.
Minimized is a better term for it. As he looks around at some of the lesser soldiers that showed up.
I hit him in a way that like seems like I'm swinging hard, but like he doesn't even feel it. Dune.
right?
Oh,
Yep. Just ask after image. How'd I do? Was that okay?
you did.
I mean,
You did great.
you did too. I've met her mom, right? Because we used to.
yes.
Yeah, it's like, Lady Quantum. Nice to see you again, finally.
Aries. Honey, I'm so sorry. I was the second one to fall. And they used me. They took Pinnacle first.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that.
They're in the name.
And then they used me to grab as many as I could as quickly as possible.
reasonably sound tactics. Effective.
Shut up.
Yes, shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
Having a moment with my daughter.
It's okay.
You
Got
room,
you back.
Parker.
We saved the city. It's fine. They definitely underestimated the teenage heroes and how much we'd fight back. But
They didn't even consider you, and neither did we.
I'm glad you're okay.
She just gives you the biggest hug and pulls you in close and says, "I'm so proud of you."
Yeah, and after Midget will hug her back again. And
Yeah.
I have Parker and Kuvo just like off to the side. Must be nice.
Yes, it would.
Anybody
It
ever
would be nice.
Anybody ever said that to you?
I appear behind the two of them and just give them
Give them
a
a big
giant.
Absolutely.
It is nice.
So the group of you make it back to the surface with all your prisoners in tow, with the scepter firmly insulated. And as soon as you get to the surface, Kuvo, your communicator, triggers again.
I look at the communicator.
It is Arcrisius Marshall, who says, "Damn, you changed things more than I expected. Good work. Do you have any information on the Poison Prince?"
Yes, Marshal. The Poison Prince has been apprehended and detained. We have also separated the Poison Prince from their Abraxian, and we have also relinquished the Poison Prince of their Scepter of Authority.
Kick this butt.
And, as quoted, thoroughly kicked his butt.
You took over the Citadel, so we're gonna use that as the teleporter we need. Meet me there. Bring the weapons. I'll gather the others.
Acknowledged, sir. We will see you there.
I guess it's not over yet, huh?
Whoa, we'll go with his plan.
No, unfortunately, it is not over. We still have the rest of the world to contend with. Other cities are struggling much more than we were. We were fortunate that we did not have to suffer this extensive amount of oppression or retaliation.
Okay, well, one down. How many cities does Earth can't have that many cities?
487.
That's more than I was anticipating, admittedly.
All right, the group travels to the thing. The group travels to the Citadel, and up in the amphitheater, you see a dark-skinned man who is Acrisius Marshall in his uniform. Has put down a number of teleport pads, and you see a couple of people come through them. Kuvo, he hands you a clipboard and says, "Start registering them. I'm gonna figure out how to get the weapons to the right people."
Aye, sir. And already starts getting to work.
I'm gonna tell you one more. It's not the damn Navy.
What are we registering for?
Sit down over there, Mr. Lau. I'm gonna need you. Already there is a tall and spindly, thin, agile, ashy blonde guy in a black tailcoat and with a hat with red accents, a mask that extends from the hat, but not covering the mouth. He has on the back of his
Lovely.
jacket a puppet marionette thing.
Oh God.
Kuvo will recognize them as a villain, a minor villain, an anti-capitalist villain called the Puppeteer. The Puppeteer is carrying a huge spear that is clearly from one of the other Metropians. You've seen pictures of this one. This was on San Voile, out near Phoenix.
It's the puppet sphere. Spear. Shit.
I can't make the portmanteau work either. It's not good.
Damn it. So close.
Good to see you again, Puppeteer.
Yeah. I come out here for one time and you're the one that's got to get in my face. Of course you're working with them. Who's knew you were a patsy? And Christy Smart says, "You're a patsy now too. Damn it, shut up." All right. I've been developing something. You also see an orange-skinned alien in the Saiyan armor come out, holding a bunch of crabs with a crab on his head, and he says, "These are false crabs.
They've got a false screen for that.
Between the scepters, or between the items of power, and these, you're going to be able to get into the League headquarters, into the WDC headquarters, and make a difference. So, I only had enough time to build so many.
I can probably expedite the process, sir.
We don't have time for that, though. Mr. Lau, here's your fake crab. Hands you one. You carry the scepter. After image, this one should fit you perfectly. And hands you a dagger. That is like one of those wavy, it's a Chris dagger? No, let's say it's a punching dagger. Hands you a katar, a punching dagger katar. That's silver and shot through with no, don't want to give you anything near a lightning motif. Shot through with flowing waves on the blade. Like Damascus steel if it was actually in a flowing wave pattern. Like the pattern of it waves down the blade repeatedly. As though it were in motion. Says, now I've got a couple others coming. And Kuvo, you register in 2 more. Kid Vicious and Linsidious as they appear, holding a sword and a shield, as 2 devil-looking heroes come through from the city of Salem City. Says, you got 1 job left to do. All right, crew. Let's get to it. And throws down another teleport pad. And then he grabs from from beside him what looks to be a rapier that is also similarly jeweled, and puts it on the door to the teleport chamber that no one could open. The teleport chamber opens. Says, "This is our key to the Grevin Fortress. Well, some of you will be... I'm going to split this into teams. We can handle that in a moment. The rest of you, thank you for your service. I'll be in contact with you to help repair any damage you've done. Badge is here now. We're public now. We're going to make this world better. A little bit at a time."
Okay.
You see just Kuvo just like salute.
Stop it.
Is there also a clipboard so Parker for this registration bit? So Parker's handling the scepter, false crab, helmet, clipboard.
Which is perfect because as you're juggling all of that stuff, hang on, Parker, heads up, and I toss over my my hard light projector sword thing.
Okay.
Just
do I need to unleash my powers to?
No. You actually can juggle.
Yeah. That's fair. So,
I would expect you to. Catch.
I'm gonna want that back.
I'll see if I can't get you a nice one. They might have extras up there.
Well, either way, that one's mine. So
Yeah, no. Thank you for loaning it to me. This is awesome.
just think sword and sword. You'll figure out the rest. It's pretty straightforward.
Does it also think knife and weighted chain? And he starts listing off weapons.
Just
Princess, we don't have time for him to go through his whole armor.
No, Dune. I know. Just one second. Guys, I gotta go for a while, and I know that you're gonna save the world or whatever. So, make sure I got a good one to come back to.
Hey, go save the galaxy.
Here's
Why would
hoping.
we do that?
Let's just go see if I can keep my mom from killing me. Dune.
Because it's
Kuvo
what heroes
hands-
like Flux do.
Kuvo hands Flux a small little handheld device. It's a quantum transponder. If you need us,
We will steal another spaceship.
we don't need to steal. There's plenty in this hangar.
Don't
I
worry.
like saying stealing him.
Listen, if you ever need to move skyward, just look for my girlfriend. Okay, Dune, let's go.
I don't have a ship. Mine exploded as I dropped in.
Wow.
I expected that,
okay.
so I angled
Never
myself
mind
to
that.
land
We'll
where
take
you
the
need it.
Silver Star. Forget everything I just said, everybody. Goodbye.
Well, what about the old one that your grandma's sister left? Or that one's actually faster than yours, and I can repair it
Faster?
much faster.
I like faster.
Class 5 hyperdrive.
And yeah, I go to leave with Dune and take one back, look over my shoulder, and just kind of.
You get to like a place where there is a window looking out over the park. And Dune goes, "You want to take the stairs or the quick way?"
Quick way.
Dune picks you up, kicks the window open, and just jumps out of the 30th story of this tower.
And all you hear the whole time is what?
All right. After Image, your mom is not really talking to anyone right now, or she didn't want to join you. She needs to go do what she can somewhere else, and you kind of get the impression that the first thing she needs to do is go see her son. She gives you a kiss and says, I'm sorry.
It's okay. See when we get back.
Remember to have a little bit of damage on you when they take the pictures. You don't want to look pristine.
I know, Mom.
I bet
Learn
you'll get
from the
cover.
best.
She gives you a kiss on the forehead and zooms off. Kuvo, Acrisius is there, is talking with, was it Patel? The,
With Singh, you mean?
Singh, yes. Singh goes, "Good job, but we need you controlling the thing you're doing here, because if you leave, it'll all revert to a bit of chaos."
Understand. I understand completely. I don't mind. I can, right with Ashura right now, I can micromanage all of the lower rank Abraxians and maintain some sense of civil order in the city for right now.
Plus, we can route a signal from their main mothership down to you, so that you can help in other territories.
Yes,
That's
I
what
can
he's
do
gonna
that.
do. And the puppeteer just looks up and goes, "Whoa."
Yes, that would be logical. I can stay behind. Let me just equip my teammates with some mementos that might be useful to them.
A little
Yes.
punch on the arm. It's like, again, congratulations on taking over Earth.
It is not a
Mr. Lau.
takeover.
We're here to make sure no one person ever does that.
Okay.
I should know. Firsthand.
I'm kidding. It's fine.
Hilarious.
Ares, and hands out like a little small device pops out like one of the wrists of the power armor, and hands the little handheld device to Parker. This should help you. This is a quantum encoder. This should allow you to decrypt any kind of security measure you find up there after we've assessed certain passageways and hack after my extensive amount of hacking through their systems.
Nice.
These have been pre-programmed with algorithms that Ashura has prescribed as most likely things you will encounter. And as the saying goes, good luck.
Thank you.
And Kuvo is going to also walk over to After Image. You've done a lot. and I can see that you have understood who you are now. And I believe I can make improvements to that. And pulls out and then you can see like a smaller another piece comes out, but this time it's from the chest area. It's like, and it's like a little bit of a ring, has like a little ring design to it. It's like hands it over to Afterimage. You simply insert this onto your chest. It has a little bit of neutrino emitters and should allow you to basically enhance your speed by approximately 25%. Just don't go too fast because you might break the temporal barrier.
Thank you, Kubo.
You're welcome.
And she's gonna hug him.
And he's just gonna stand there.
All right. And with that, the camera zooms out onto the Earth, which gets smaller and smaller until it gets to from the side of the mothership, where we see a large throne with a hand in a clawed gauntlet sitting on it. And standing next to that throne is a man who's about 5'10", in a lab coat with devil horns. And on the other side of that throne, we see Master Lao with a head crab. And that's where we're ending. So, thank you everybody for joining us for the New Athenians. I love these stories and how they went. So let's go. So again, we're here to donate to Fair Fight. So please, I implore you, make a donation. It's an amazing cause that does great work. So let's go around and give our outros, because we're not going to do the end move. I don't think we need to do the end of session move. So, Nerdy Teddy.
Hi everyone, I'm Nerdy Teddy, and you can find me over on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. You can find me in all over Nerds with Dice, and you will see me in the next game.
All right. Aries, you're also in the next game, so keep it pithy.
I'm Commander Pulsar on Twitter and Twitch, and see you soon. We'll talk about it later.
Yep. All right. Fox, thank you so much for joining us.
Every time. Hey, man, if there's a mass game happening, I am there for it. And who am I? I remain Fox Barrett, at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, Fox_Bar on Twitch. Most of the time you can catch me over on twitch.tv/devilslikegaming. Specifically, you can catch me tomorrow night over there at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Innistrada's Regulars, and I'm on a bunch of other shows on that channel.
All right. As well as streaming on your own channel,
I
really
also
fun video games like Boyfriend Dungeon.
Despite
good
being
game.
a lesbian,
It was-
I have been streaming Boyfriend Dungeon, and it's fucking fantastic.
It is.
Yeah. All right. Jackie.
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet. You can always follow me on Twitter at Death by Mage. I am a freelance TTRPG writer, designer, and editor, and you can also find all my games at deathbymage.itch.io. I am also the creative lead director for Unbreakable Publishers, which is an all-Asian platform in the TTRPG space, and we have a new book coming out, Unbreakable Revolution, coming out on Tuesday, August 17th. You can pick a copy on DriveThruRPG, and you can follow us on Twitter at Unbreakable_pub for all the news and updates, and also all the behind-the-scenes sneak peeks.
All right. Thank you so much, Jackie, for joining us. I love playing with you. It's a lot of fun. I, once again, am Bisonic Kevin. I'm your game boss. You can find me here and on Tuesdays for Riffs, but I'll talk about that later because we've got one more game left. So we got to go prepare for that, and I've got to, shove some more food in my face. So thank you everybody for joining us. Stay safe out there, and remember to donate, and we'll see you soon.